Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Metaphysical Hour. I'm Julia Cannon, and this is my co-host, Tracie Mahan.
And mayhem tonight.
Yes, mayhem. Let me get this where I can view it differently. We are, okay, I want to see Tracie in bigger format.
Striking a pose.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm here. And I have my mug that says, trust the journey.
And you're about to spill your drink.
I'm coming.
Trust the journey as you overflow with abundance.
Overflow with abundance of tea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the replay of that. Yeah. I did almost dump it. So we're on. We're live. We made it. It was crazy. Crazy ride. But we're here.
Enjoy the journey. No, that's or trust the journey.
I'm trusting it.
That's very appropriate.
It feels pretty appropriate tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fun. I mean, someday maybe we'll have a blooper thing of all the things that go on before a show, after a show.
Yeah, before the show bloopers would be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff we talk about or do, or the crazy faces that are happening as I'm trying to get this posted everywhere. And yeah, and these guys at BBS Radio, our wonderful producers are also doing the same thing.
Yeah, fantastic. But we're here. And then we come on all.
Yes, everybody get on board. Get in here. We got Corey from Southern California. Hello.
Yay.
And I know we got more people watching because I can see the numbers rising over here on the little board, but.
Well, let yourself be known. Come on. We want to know where you're from. I love to know you're there. You don't have to do any big thing, but just let me know you're there.
I realize we do need to tell them where there is. Do you want to tell them or you want me to tell them?
Oh, why don't you tell them? Because you know that better than me. I'm here. I don't know where there is.
I'm over here. Okay, you guys, if you are listening anywhere other than BBS Radio on Facebook, that's where we are. And then when we say the chat room, we're on BBS Radio in Facebook on their live feed of our show. And that is where I watch for the chat. I posted that live feed on the Dolores Cannon official page, on the QHHT official page, on the Julia Cannon Soul Speak page, and on my page. So if you have any of those links or BBS Radio, go there, click on the link. That'll open you up to the chat.
You see why she was doing this beforehand?
Did I leave marks on my face?
You just fluffed your bangs.
Yeah, it was good. I
mean,
hope it freezes on that.
Trying to get all those things out there. Yeah. So,
well, especially when it wasn't giving me the right pages. That's like, so I was commenting to Julia how many Dolores Cannon pages there are, how many QHHT links, because everybody puts QHHT on their pages, and
so maybe we need to make a rule.
Make it easier on Tracie.
Yeah, come on, everybody. I mean, really.
What a great topic we have tonight, because as I'm in this energy, we could really express how this works. And
absolutely, that's exactly right. And it all goes back to your mug again, trusting the journey.
Without tipping it. Trust the journey, folks. Trust the journey.
And and there's no way that you can turn that cup while you're drinking it and be able to see that on there.
No.
I mean, even if you turn it toward you and you drink it, see, it's not where you. I mean, the only way you see it, you're seeing it as you bring it toward you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, because you want it as a constant reminder, so it's like you're going to have to drink with the other hand, is what I'm saying. You have to. You have to change the way you're drinking. Yeah.
How serious you're staying.
Unless you want everybody around you to get the message, and maybe that's it.
Is this better?
Well, I mean, it makes sense to me as to who are you trying to deliver the message to?
Well, everyone.
Oh, okay, then turn it back around.
Okay, something is tickling my nose. So what is it they're trying to say? Because if you haven't watched this before, Julia and I get the nose tickle when they're trying to say, oh, this. What do you think of that, baby? That is a supernova crystal right there.
Ooh.
I'm going to show you something about
this. Bring it closer because I can't see it there.
Should I just get up and press myself up against the camera?
Yeah.
I probably will because I can't find the link on that. Okay, get ready because this is going to supernova you and you, all the audience. Are you ready? Look at that thing.
Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous.
That's the undercut. That's the outside.
Wow.
This is a Vogel cut crystal, and it is called the Supernova, and it is about connecting me. Now, I know I need help with this, connecting me to like galactic energies.
Were we recently, was somebody talking about Vogel crystals on our show recently? Because that's Vogel something.
Might have been me, because I also, I put the Vogel crystal in my pyramid, so maybe we talked about that, because I had a Vogel wand with the special cuts in it, and I put it at the top of my pyramid. Maybe. So if I have this, the supernova on, and I go sit under the Vogel crystal in the pyramid, where'd mom go is what I'm hearing. Where'd mom?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. It's like you'll just,
where'd Tracie go?
Particles will disseminate, and I mean, you'll shift.
I'll pixelate and I'll just move on.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, yeah, I'm out of here.
Okay. Well, but there again, see, that's something else. What are you placing on that? What are you wanting it to do for you?
So that's great. When I purchased this, so it was kind of funny. I went into the crystal shop and I was with somebody else that was wanting one of those Vogel necklaces because I had one. I was showing it to him. I was showing him all the fun stuff that you can do. You know, it's like how they pick up the energy. And so I had the gal pull out this one called the Magician. I have that one too.
Of course you do.
So she pulls it out and she sets it on the counter. And I'm not thinking I'm buying anything. I'm just there to support my friend. And I'm looking
to support the crystal shop.
Yeah, they needed me that day. So I'm looking at it and I was like, that's so pretty. And it's another amethyst, but it has a rose quartz on top and it's a different cut. It's a magician cut. So it's kind of got anyway, I'll show you guys next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
heard of a magician cut. That's really cool.
I know. And it's very grounding. And so I was like, that's really cool. And I was about to go walk away from it. And I had this weird feeling like I was leaving my child behind.
Ooh.
And I don't normally react to crystals like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, normally it's like, oh, those are pretty. And then I move on.
Yeah.
Very rare is it for me to feel that connected to something. Mm-hmm. It only happened one other time. And it was when I was in Sedona and I was picking out a pendulum. And I found one, but I was like, yeah, not really married to this one. It wasn't anything fancy, you know, it was kind of a plain pendulum. I started walking away and that same thing. Don't you dare leave without me. So anyway, so I decided, okay, I'm going to get the magician one. Well, then I'm looking at that and it's a glass case. So right underneath it is this one. So then I'm like, okay, well, you got to bring that one out. What's this supernova? I was drawn to the name.
Sure.
I want a supernova crystal. So I bring that out and I'm sitting there in my head, I'm hearing, you know, you're getting both of those. Anyways, I have enjoyed wearing this one. What did I expect it to do for me? I don't know what I expected it to do for me. What I've experienced it doing for me was kind of, I mean, it's not like the supernova made me think I was just going to go in outer space. I know better than that. But what I've noticed it doing for me is that it just kind of feels like it opens things up.
Oh, okay.
And so so for whatever reason I am noticing the reaction to these crystals. So it's kind of fun because that's not a normal for me.
Absolutely. Well, and what came in just now, because I was like, you know, like where did that question come? Because I'm tying it to our topic.
And I'm not helping. Sorry.
No, that's great, because I just want you to be aware of not you, but in general, all of us, when we get things, why are we getting them?
Yeah.
What is it? Why do we want it? Because I've been in crystal shops and so many times they're saying, oh, these are great for protection. These are great, da, da, da. And I'm thinking, what do I need protection from? you know? And so it's like, just think, you know, it's like if I feel like I need protection, then see, you're going to start attracting things and situations to be protected from. Does that make sense?
Oh, I explain that to people all the time. So yes, beautifully said. When they're like, what kind of protection prayer should I use? I said, I don't know. What kind of protection do you think you need?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're gonna need to protect yourself against whatever it is you think you need.
Right. Just by thinking that you need protection, you're creating the situation to need protection. And that's how this whole magnetic thing, it's all about our thoughts. It's all about our words, our deeds, our everything. One of the easiest ways you can tell what's going on in your mind is to look at your world, to look at your environment. And that is your fastest way to know what's going on. If you have chaos going on around you, there's chaos going on up here. If you have fear-inducing things going on around you, there's fear stuff going on up here. Yeah. If you have, like a feeling a need to be protected, then it goes down that road. So that's where it'd be a matter of looking at, and then if you say, okay, yeah, these things are going on my head now, where are they coming from? So that's where you follow a train of what's creating those. What are you putting in to even create that? Because we do it. What are we exposing ourselves to?
People love it when we say those things, right? It's like, well, you put it there, or you did that.
Absolutely. You created it, you can change it. Mm-hmm. I remember when Mom was first talking about that, and people would be like, what are you talking about? We're talking quite a few years ago. I wouldn't make myself sick. I wouldn't do that. I don't want this. I don't want that. And it's like, it's all up here. We are doing it. We are the creators. And it's all from our thoughts, our words, our actions.
Yeah. Our belief systems, our learned behaviors, our upbringing, our religious backing, whatever it is. There's so many subtle things that go into our vibration that we don't even realize is there.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest things, people are always, many times, I'm not going to say always, because I do see a shift in this. Many times, where do you see the biggest questions around, like what people, when they're in this one state of mind, you're like, what are they most looking for? What are they most needing? I guess I'll put it that way to kind of give you a hint of what
are they most needing?
Yeah. When you find, how do I word this? When people are not fully in their strength and in their power, what kind of things do you find them?
Well, people are seeking out validation, right? They're seeking out to be seen, to be heard, to be valued, all the stuff that maybe they're not giving themselves. Am I on the right track with you?
Well, you're on the periphery of it. Actually, you're probably more on it than you're over here. And it wasn't necessarily what I was looking for, but I should probably just go ahead and say it. But anyway, but what you're saying is right in the wheelhouse. So yeah. It's like, it's right there. I'm just thinking about, one of the biggest indicators, and I'm talking about myself here, because I can look at myself and see where I am in my thinking, in my way of life and stuff like that, by things that I say, by things that I feel, how needy I feel, and a lot of times it will be around money, relationships, things like that. Yep. And so if you're feeling like, so many times that's a question that we get. How do I get money? How can I be? How? See, you see how I'm
the relationship,
how can I find that person? How, I need the right person for me.
Yeah.
I need to have money. I need the right job. Well, if you can feel the whole energy around that.
Let me be the universe right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you do. You need that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You do need that. Now say a positive affirmation. But yeah, that was one of my golden tickets to changing the way I talk, and I still do it. You know, I still catch myself.
Oh, we all do. It's just a matter of catching ourselves at it.
Yeah, when I heard God always says yes. God always says yes. So whatever you're saying, God's saying yes. And that's why I'm saying, yes, you do need that. Yes, you do need that.
And we'll keep that need environment around you, because that's what you're asking for. That's what you're
needing,
proclaiming.
Wanting, needing.
Yes, that's what you're saying. This is my situation. Okay. Like you said, yes, that is your situation.
Yeah. Show over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the genie, wish granted.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. So if you want it to be something different, then say something different.
Yeah. Put out a different vibration.
Mm-hmm. Like
it's very powerful. And like, you know, whenever I call you to set these things up, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
I'm usually reflecting on what seems to be the theme of the week, what seems to be keep percolating and coming up. And I'm not just talking about clients, I'm talking about my own life, you know, and it's like, what is it that has been percolating here? And it was, what am I magnetizing myself to, or what energy am I putting out that is pulling these experiences to me? And you can look at it both ways. What are the experiences I'm enjoying, and what are the experiences I'm not?
Right.
And I have spent, you know, and now I have my pyramid room, and my pyramid with my supernova crystal going, what is it that I'm doing? Why is this coming into my life? Why did this happen? Where in me am I believing that this is okay, or that this is a, you know, where's the pattern? Why is that coming again? Why is that happening again? And going into that and finding, what was I needing? What validation did I need there? And when I say what validation, it's not always that it's a validation that you're doing a good job. Way to go, Tracie. It can be ego validation that nobody ever does this. Everyone always says these things. And so the ego will create that scenario for you. So nobody ever helps me around the house. How many of us say that? Nobody ever helps me around the house. So the universe says, okay. And then they create that scenario for you.
We will provide nobody to help you around the house.
Yes. So we got to change that vibration in the way we're thinking, and just really put the positive spin on it. So change your words, change your mind, change your vibration, see what changes around you. It's very powerful.
Do we have people in our chat room?
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear some shifts. I want to hear examples from you guys of other ways of saying these things, or maybe things that you are saying you have caught yourself or found yourself saying, and you are shifting. I'd love to hear what you are doing out there.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to, can you talk to the ego through QHHT?
Absolutely.
Why not?
Mm-hmm. We have there's an example. Suzanne Spooner has a recording on, I think, a YouTube video on her channel, where it's a clip from an excerpt from a session where she was doing just that. She was talking with the ego, and the ego had some interesting things to say.
The ego can be a character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I know you like this part, so let's go here. We've got the California, we got Canada, we got Long Island, we got Australia, we got Brazil. Hello, Brazil. I don't think I've seen that one on here yet. So whoop whoop. We've got Texas. We've got oh, I think that's where that part ends. And so hello everybody, welcome. And again, if you want to join us and come into the chatting portion of this, where I can look and see what you're saying, your feedback. Please come in and answer Julia's question. How do you reframe yourself? How do you catch yourself? But also come say hi. We're on BBS Radio on Facebook Live. So.
Is the Australia person Judy?
No, Judy is going to be in sound healing tonight. She let me know.
All right. Okay. Well, I wanted to give a shout out and congratulations to Judy for being our share of the month.
Yes. Yay, Judy. She's worked long and hard for that. And I'm excited that she's part of this. But Sally is from Australia and she is in our chat room. Hello, Sally. Yay. So yeah, Judy's so sweet. She said, I won't be there tonight. I have a sound healing. And this is somebody she had a session with that is pursuing what their higher self said to go do. And so she's going to go support them.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. It's a powerful thing when we do listen to that heart and we follow it and we move forward. Mm-hmm. and find our dreams and keep following that. But we have to also be that energetic match, which is what we're talking about.
Absolutely. And so it's about noticing these things, and they happen in small increments. It's not like, you know, I mean, you can go, okay, well, I'm going to flip it to this, but I'm telling you how it actually happens. You may have that in your mind as, oh yeah, I know what to do here. I just shift the speech to this. But when it's in actuality, your hope is to catch it. First of all, just be aware that you did it, because many times we're not even aware we say it. Somebody else might need to point it out to us. And then gradually, because they're pointing it out to us, then we start catching it. And the hope is that we catch it sooner and sooner and sooner, so that we can put a different tape in there.
Right. Yeah.
Different recording.
Yeah.
Because it's a recording. It's something that we just say out of habit.
Right. I mean, I've had these conversations, and I'm sure on this show too, but you know, when I was going through my divorce, I was really dedicated to being a victim, you know, and hardcore. I was a victim. I'm a single mom. I work 2 jobs and blah, blah, blah.
You're justified. My gosh, of course.
I know, it's so justifying, and such a trap to be in that cycle of people asking, well, what do you do? And, you know, meeting new people, and what's your story? Oh, I'm a single, I'm a single mom. I work 2 jobs. I you know, and all my woes me stuff.
But you know, there's another part of that, because it was just coming in. You know, it can be the woe is me, or it can be I'm superwoman, but it's still coming. You know, you're still saying it. Look at me. I have to do all these things because, I mean, it's like you're proving something to yourself. I'm proving that I can do all these things, but it's another way of playing the victim. Does that make sense?
It is. Yes, and you're nailing it. That's exactly what I would do. Is like, I'm an overcomer. I'm paying all my bills by myself. I'm raising these kids. I'm doing it.
Yeah, but see, I did that one. I did like,
yeah. But at the same time, what I was also doing was perpetuating this thing about the ex, not, you know, what a rotten person that I put me in this position like this.
Yeah.
And now I have to work so hard because he put me in this position that I'm doing the single mom thing. So it was kind of like, yeah, I'm the champion. I'm overcoming this crappy thing he did over here, you know? And so
exactly,
total victim on so many levels. And one day I heard it, you know, I heard it. And I was trying to watch my words. I thought I was doing really good at it. I thought I was creating and manifesting from a positive place, because I was saying it upbeat. I was being very, you know, high about it. Oh, I'm this person. But then I realized, I was like, well, why am I telling people that story? Because I don't like working 2 jobs. I don't want to work 2 jobs. That takes me away from my kids, and I'm not doing what I want to be doing. So I went home and thought about it. And that's where I came up with, oh, I'm doing that because somewhere in my mind, me having to do that should make the ex feel guilty. Right? What an aha moment that was. And I wasn't doing that on a conscious level. But when I sat with it and really got down to it and kept asking, why am I doing that? Why am I telling that story? What am I gaining from that story? What am I hoping that story is, you know, what is that vibration creating? And that was what finally popped in for me, was that I was doing it because he should have to see that I have to work so hard, and he should feel guilty for putting me in that position.
Probably didn't even notice.
Oh,
see, it's not
even
about
close.
them. It
wasn't even on his radar.
Exactly. But what do you think?
But boy, if I ever needed to throw it at him, it was going to be there in a loaded gun, ready to go. And I was going to be ready to fire. So, yeah, no, it wasn't even on his radar. He had his own dramas to go play with. And yeah. So there you have it, folks. If that story can help any of you in any way, maybe there's something you're doing that you don't even know you're doing it so that another person feels bad, because you feel bad and you want them to feel bad.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we do, like you said, it's so subtle. You have to really look into it and look at your motivations and your intentions and things like that. And what is it you're really trying to accomplish with what you're saying?
Yeah.
You got to be real. You got to be honest with yourself. I mean, that's just brutally honest. Boy, they're saying brutally honest.
Totally. I'm going to call some things out because it's happening right there and it's happening in the chat. Self-empowerment is so hard.
Boom.
Go,
You
Julia.
see what you're saying? Do you see what you're saying? See,
Okay,
you are.
so I'm going to read the whole thing here. Self-empowerment is so hard to overcome, but once it is recognized, such growth. Okay, so yes, such growth. Now, so hard to overcome. Go with that. Go.
Well, right there. You put it. It's so hard. Well, you're creating that situation. Self-empowerment is so hard. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Just shift it. You know, it doesn't have to be hard. It's going to be whatever you want it to be. But if you're saying it's so hard, then it's going to be hard because that's what you're creating. That's what you're attracting.
So this is
situations.
Yeah, this is one of the subtle things we're talking about.
Absolutely.
So the statement is beautiful because you're seeing the outcome of it. You're seeing that it's so worth the growth that you gained from the journey. But it doesn't have to be hard.
Yeah, how can that be changed? Okay, so let's work together here. I want you to change that statement. Let's, change that statement to one that you want rather than one that you don't want.
Yeah. Do you want me to do it or you want to wait for them to do it?
I want them
okay,
to.
so we're going to wait
homework assignment. It's not even a homework assignment. This is a assignment. We're calling you out. No, this is one.
We're calling you out, but in a lovey way.
We're doing it's all love, and this is wonderful because this is so helpful to people to see how easy it is to go down that road.
Yeah.
We think we're okay. This is what I'm doing here. It's like I'm working on this. I'm working on this.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it have to be something we work on?
Yeah.
See, it's like I'm doing this. It can be
just saying it different changes the energy of your body. It changes like your expression. You were working on it, and then I'm
working. Working is hard. No, I'm doing it. I'm doing it one little step at a time, whatever. But if you're doing it, that shifts it. It means it's in process. It's in it's in a work of maybe it's a work of progress. Who knows?
Yeah. So. Okay, we haven't got our new version of it up yet.
Because we're calling you out does not mean we're perfect. Okay. We are calling each other out all the time.
Yeah, you should be on the phone with us sometime because I get nailed to the wall if Julia catches me all the time.
It's the editor in me.
Right? Is that how you want to say it? No, I'm guessing no.
Yeah, but she catches me just as many times. So, it's like this is why you have friends.
Yeah, and we are word buddies.
Yep.
What about the word trying? What can you tell me about trying?
Exactly. That's another one. I'm trying. Well, I love, who was it? Yoda that said it. There is no try. There is only do. Because as long as you're trying, you're never getting there. See, it's like I'm making a half-ass attempt kind of thing, and you'll never get it. So it's like I am doing. Yeah. Just shift to that one word, doing. I am doing. You may be on the first step of it, but you are doing it.
Do or do not.
Exactly.
There is no try. Yes.
No try.
I have to tell you, I had a QHHT session done on me this week.
Okay.
And I want to thank Sean for doing that. She's one of the interns that's doing, she's getting her 25 in. And I was like, hey, I would love one. I got to go into a lifetime where I was this very human looking person, but not on earth.
Okay. And
I was out in this field and I'm probably young, mid-teens, something like that. And I'm out in this deserty looking field and she's asking me, so why are you in the field? I don't know, but I think I'm supposed to feel the energy. So I sit down in a meditation pose and I'm holding my hands up and all of a sudden I'm able to raise the rocks and debris off of the ground. I'm moving it and I'm shaping it and I'm doing all this stuff. And it was a very cool progression of, okay, now what happens next? Then I go into the same life. I'm in the same life. I go into the city that looked like it was polished granite. You know, the buildings were all like polished, beautiful, shiny rock. And then there was a crystal at the top of this one, and it was bringing this more powerful energy out. So I had graduated from working with a little energy, and they brought me to this place to work with a bigger form of energy. And I was learning how to work with and manipulate energy. And so I'm tying this in somehow to be a magnetic draw, right? I just want to share my session. But anyways, so I'm learning how to do that. Then it moves me to the next thing I learn, and that is learning how to work with my own molecular structure, to phase it out and to move. Like if I wanted to be sitting with you right now, I'd just phase out and pop myself in over at your house, right? And so I could do that on the planet. I could move around this planet wherever I wanted to go. But there was 5 planets to this particular group of civilized, you know, these beings. There's 5 different planets. So this is where the Merkabah comes in. So once you learn how to shift energy through all these graduating phases, and you live thousands of years on this planet. So this is over a large period of time. I'm learning how to move all this energy and structure it and build things with it. And anyways, I get to this point where now they're teaching me how to create the vehicle around me, which we, I think, call the Merkabah, right? Like a vehicle like that. So I'm using the energy sources around me to create the vehicle to move me to the other planet. And they're saying, and she's trying to ask questions, and they're like, hey, she needs to focus. You know, she needs to focus. Because if she doesn't have focus while she's doing this, this material, this thing could collapse and she'd be dead. So she needs to focus. And so then I'm learning how to build this vehicle around me so I can move to all these different planets and learn even more stuff. But in the end of that, all these people are learning how to do this so that they can send energy. They can structure the energy the way we need it here on Earth for the ascension, and they're sending energy to us. So that was really cool. So I wanted to share that because it was pretty powerful to see all the different stages and how many years and years of dedication to learning this. And they're sending the energy to us. And there was thousands of people learning how to do that. And all of those people have a counterpart here. I'm one of the counterparts.
I was going to say, remember, that's a part of you. That's just another facet of you that you are able to tap into. So that's exactly, I completely believe that we all, you know, that there's so many people that just draw on that power that's there.
So she says, well, go to the last day in that lifetime. And they said, she's not gone yet. So I'm still there. There's a version of me there sending the energy to this version of me here. And we needed the earthly counterparts. We needed that third dimensional being here because of the free will and all of the non-interference. So we could receive the energy and bring it and anchor it into the planet.
There is so much love with that statement. I'm feeling this. It's like to be the counterparts and to receive the energy. That's where we do our work. And that allows it. Yeah. And that's allowing the two. Otherwise, you know, let's just imagine if we're sunk deep into the 3D negativity. See, there's no match. There's nothing for that energy to come into and work with.
Yeah.
You know, like if on your counterpart, I'm not sure where it'd probably go somewhere in general, but to have a pointed target.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to be a receptive, you know, in the right receiving mode or in a good receiving mode. Maybe we just say that, you know, just on a really higher level.
Yeah.
You know, not to put demands on ourselves, but it's like, you know, we want to be at our best that we can be.
Yeah. I have Grant in the chat room. He says, is that okay? Is that why I don't feel whole? Because there's another part of me somewhere else. There's another part of everybody somewhere else.
Many other places.
many other places. If you've ever seen Julia's drawing of your soul, that would be something powerful to maybe even just talk about at some point. But we are just a small fraction of our soul in these embodiments.
Right. Yeah, and this is one experience that our soul, our self is having, is this experience. And so I think it is as you're waking up, or maybe it is that part of you that's aware that there is more to you. And I think that it's just you're desiring to know the larger part of yourself.
Yeah, and that might be, that kind of goes back to that homesick feeling that your mom talks about. So maybe cover that a little bit, like what do people do to help move past that void
Yeah,
or
and
that
sometimes
homesick
that
feeling?
is, you know, if some of the volunteers that are here now came directly from source, never had a life on earth, especially, and maybe never had another one, period. They just came directly from source. And so there's that longing to go back. I mean, that's home. That is true home for everyone. And so if you're feeling that, I just want to go home, I just, you know, that kind of homesickness, it's that you're missing that, you know, and that's what's so great in a session is you'll be shown home. You'll
Oh yeah.
feel it, you get to see it, and so that you're able to go visit it anytime you want, you know, if that's something that you're desiring. But that at least tells you where it's coming from. But I want to tell you, you're here for a reason, and that's what so many people just want. I just want to go. I don't understand this place. Why am I even here? Well, you answered a call to be here. You came here with a mission, with something that you wanted to accomplish for yourself and for this world and universe. It's not a small mission. It's not a small task. It's a very purposeful thing you're doing. And all that's being asked of you is just do your part, and then you can leave. You'll know when it's time. But if you leave before time, you didn't get, mission was not accomplished.
Yeah.
You know, and you came here for a reason, so you want to finish that. That's
Yeah.
needed for that. You really are.
It's important.
Mm-hmm.
So, Grant, I'm going to summarize this, Grant, because it's a lot to read. But he doesn't feel like he belongs in the body. Have you ever had anybody voice that they don't feel like they belong in the body?
Yeah, I think again, that's that. You probably have never had a body before.
Yeah.
It's a foreign thing to you, and that's, you know, I think just understanding that, yeah, this is the first time and you're getting used to it. These bodies are dense. These bodies are very different from what you're used to. And it probably took a while to get to understand it and navigate it and things like that. And you probably keep trying to leave and trying to fly out here and not be fully engaged with it. And so that may be where, you know, maybe some grounding into the body might be helpful.
Maybe he needs the magician crystal. That was supposed to ground you in. Maybe. Actually, the amethyst itself is supposed to be grounding. But
see, that's where it's like, yeah, if you're needing some help like that, or just do meditation and bring the energy, you're really good. I can see it right now. You're really good at connecting to the higher energies. Now, just bring them in through your body and let them run through you and go down into the earth. Go through your feet and down into the earth. That's a grounding exercise. That allows you to connect to the earth and feel the earth. Oh, they're also saying, are you where you can actually plant or get your hands in the dirt? And because this is a great time of year to be able to do that. I see you with your hands in the dirt. So if you can plant, or if you have I don't know if that's something you do or a desire to do it, but they are saying that would be really good for you to ground.
Okay, this chat room's out of control. Debbie, you do not get to fly out of your body. No.
Well, you're doing that at night. Okay.
There you go. See?
You do it at night. All of us do. We fly out and then we come back because we have things we want to do with these bodies during the day. I mean, you came here for a reason, guys. Come on. You know, just do your thing. And you can do all your flying and escapades at night. I mean,
you just noticed you became like spirit mother. Listen, people. Grant, go out there. Grant does have a green thumb. Go out and use that green thumb. Debbie,
have you been planting things recently? Because they're showing me with your hands. This is something you'd be very good at. I mean, you say you have a green thumb, so you must know it already. So they want you to do that. They really want you to like play. I see you playing in the dirt. So if that resonates, play in the dirt, and that will be really good to help you get the vibrations of the earth and help you connect even more with your body.
Yeah, that's good advice. And while you're playing in the dirt, just enjoy that you're here on this planet. This is, you know, it doesn't have to be. I got asked today, when's 5D coming? You know, and we covered this a lot. It is the mindset at this point, you know, and it's like, shifting out of, there are some things that you came here to experience. So just know that you're experiencing them for a reason.
Can
But
you raise your mug?
it is a mindset. Yeah, you change your mind. But
Raise your
turn off
mug.
the TV. Yeah, get away from the drama and then just get into it. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Raise your mug again.
Oh yes, trust the journey.
Trust the journey, because that's what it is. This is a journey, and trust it. Trust for why you came and what you are learning from it, all those things. Trust the journey.
Sorry, Grant, just getting here with Grant. He said, I did a QHHT session and only saw colors. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Grant, do you even know what that means?
Yeah, that confirmed
that's
everything.
very special.
That confirmed everything we just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw only colors because you've not been in a body. That's energy. Colors
That's
are
energy.
Mhm.
You are frequency, and you are probably a big part of bringing the frequencies into the planet. That's why you're here. You probably came reluctantly. So that was one of the other things that someone asked me was, how did I become, or am I a volunteer? And then the way it came out was, well, you were volunteered. And
Yeah.
so, you may have been like, hey, Grant can go, and they were
There are
holding
more
Grant
than
in front of the line.
several ways of volunteering. Some were pushed, some were.
Grant, I would say you pulled the short straw out of the group and off you went. But,
or you had maybe some good persuasion on the other side.
Yeah. Maybe there was a severance package for it.
Maybe.
You never know. But whatever it was, Grant, your colors, that's beautiful. You guys, if this is how you're experiencing life, if you do see a lot of colors, if you're feeling things, it's because you're very highly tuned to these frequencies. This is what energy is. This is what light language is. It's color, it's sound, it's vibration, it's symbols, it's a language, it's all of those things. And so you don't have to identify with just one, or maybe you identify with more than one. You don't have to compare it to anybody else, and just let it be you.
I think that's number one. That's a huge thing where it's easy to get confused. It's like, well, because Tracie speaks light language. And I said this today on the Metaphysical. I didn't say your name, but I said, some people speak it, some people read it. I don't do either of those, even though you try to push me to do it. I don't. That's not yet. I don't do that, but I can feel it. I think what I feel is it.
Yeah.
And so, see, there's more ways. We have different ways of receiving information. So trust your way.
Yeah.
Your way is right. It's right for you. What the next person does, or the person beside you does, may not be what you do. That's okay, because they probably can't do what you do.
Right.
So it's like, we all have different abilities.
If everybody did the same thing, then what was the point be? We got to bring it in all these different ways. We're integrating in so many different ways.
Yes.
So, yeah. And, I speak it. He sees color. You feel it. I need to be in your frequency to get that exchange of feeling it. You need me for the speaking it. We need him for the color of it. Whatever. We all need each other.
Everybody combined. Oh my gosh, you've got this kaleidoscope of
beautiful. Yeah, kaleidoscope. That's great. That's a great word. Yes. Yeah. So, all right.
So we get a rephrasing of that one statement. I'm still waiting.
I think we're going to have to rephrase it. I think we got to thank you.
Okay. So what it was self-empowerment.
Almost there. Getting to it. Something was
it self-empowerment?
Self-empowerment is so hard to overcome, but once it is recognized, it's such growth. And it's a beautiful statement. So again, we're not picking on anybody.
No.
We just want to change words.
If you just change that one word to easy, see, then it becomes easy, or it's simple to overcome. It's easy to overcome. It's fluid to overcome. I mean, whatever word fits for you. I mean, just change it to something that makes it flow, rather than be saying something is hard is a stop.
Yeah.
It's like you just put a wall in your way right there.
Yeah. So, and I want you guys to all try this at home, where you're saying your statements with the hard word, or with, I don't know, with a little bit of the difficult or the try, and then say it differently and see how different that feels in your body, because your body is the compass to show you where are you offering resistance to the flow of this desire.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Absolutely. And I was just thinking like, okay, like her statement, because she had that other part to it, but once, you know, it's like it's to overcome, but what was the rest of it?
Self-empowerment is so hard to overcome, but once it is recognized, is such growth.
Yeah, and see, you have a beautiful statement there. You really do. It's once recognized, but see, that's where, yeah, self-empower, because you know we've been told self-empowerment is difficult. Well, see, that's a belief system from
It's a long road.
Exactly.
It's a long road.
Yeah, it's a long road, and you know, it may be, but you know, if you keep having that attitude, you won't ever start. You won't take that first step.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, that's where he's saying, I am doing this and it's getting easier all the time. You know, something like it, just anything that makes your road, you know, remember it's always a process. Trust the process.
Trust the journey.
The journey. I see, I'm so journey words. Trust the journey process of the journey.
Yeah. And I do have to say, you know, there is timing, divine timing with things too. So, you know, you got to trust that and just you know, things are happening. How are you reacting to them? Look at that. What is your energy? Yeah. What is I call it a reactionary field. I don't know if that is a real thing, but I've
it perfectly makes sense. It totally makes sense. Because like you said, your body is a compass. And so it's like, how is it reacting? How is it feeling? Really get in touch with your body. This is why we need these bodies. See, this is why I want you in your body, so you can feel them, because they are wonderful compasses. I call it a Geiger counter, compass Geiger counter. See, they're the same thing. They gauge whatever it is you are trying to find, you know, and it's like, okay, which is the one that works with me, which is the one that's in the flow, which is the one, so you place your emphasis on it, your body will tell you.
Yeah.
The energy, it just knows. And so that's why I want you to be in touch with your body.
In your bodies. I love our energy tonight. Step up, chop, chop, get in those bodies. Be the experience.
Get in them now. Stop jumping out. Come on. We got work to do.
Back in there.
We got work. We don't have work to do. We have things to accomplish.
There we go. We have things to experience and
yes.
And enjoy. And and it, you know, it is kind of funny because the reactionary field, that is what it is. It's like, how are you reacting to the environment around you?
Absolutely.
You know, you have said it so many times where you say, okay, you thought you learned that lesson, and then it shows back up. It is there to show you, did you clear it?
Right.
If it's still triggering you, there's still something there to clear.
Still something there. It might be one little thing, but it's still something. It's not completely done yet.
Yeah.
That's okay. That we knew that on that other level. That's why we brought it back around, so we could recognize that.
Totally.
Like, I thought I had that one. Okay, we can do it this time.
Okay, now we're grounding to home in 7D, just cause. Okay, well, we bypassed the 5D Earth, the new Earth. We're going to 7D.
Wonderful.
You know, a lot of light workers actually do seem to draw from the 7th dimension.
Okay.
I've noticed from different sessions.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised with a 7D and higher, probably. Because look at the energy. That's what you had to bring in, high energy levels to this dimension in order to raise the vibrations.
Yeah. And especially when you're like out of body, like when you're in your sleep state, I would think to recharge and encourage you to keep going, you're probably visiting those other dimensions. Right.
And you know, the really cool thing is you don't have to do a thing. You're going to do it naturally. You're going to go.
Yeah.
You're going to fly out of your body at night. You're going to go to whatever resonates and just enjoy it. You know, you don't have to go, I will that I go here. You don't have to do any of that kind of stuff. It's not work. You're going to go where you naturally go. My thing would be, can I remember it? I would like to remember what's happening. I want to be aware. That's, that's my thing. So if you want to put something on it, maybe do something like that. But you're going to go there. And Tracie, we are at time.
I know. And over here, time means 5:55, which means buckle up. There's big change coming. And that's what I want to say to everybody. You guys are shifting this energy in such big ways. We've been through a big purge, and people have really been through some stuff. And so now the light at the end of the tunnel is here. This is it. Change your mind, change your environment, change your reality. 555. There it is.
Where can they find you, Tracie?
TracieMahan.com or go to QHHTofficial.com. I'm under practitioners, and you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, blah, 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 social media. So,
perfect. Go to QHHTofficial.com to find out everything about QHHT, JuliaCannon.com to find out Soul Speak, and love you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing and for being here. Absolutely.
Yay.
Love you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.